Morning, everyone. My name is Richard Candia, and welcome to the South Dade Shoutout. South Dade Shoutout is brought to you by the South Dade Chamber of Commerce. Every week, we introduce you to members of our community who work to help make the South Dade a better place to live, work, play, and prosper. Today, we're joined by Miss Garnet Esters with the Children's Trust. The Children's Trust is a very important institution within Miami-Dade County. And I would wager that many of us aren't aware of the reach and the importance of the Children's Trust within our community. So we're going to learn a little bit about that and about a specific program that Ms. Garnet is here to speak to us about. So welcome.
Good morning, Richard. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for coming here.
To be here.
And today we need everybody to know that today anybody getting anywhere today is a challenge, and we really appreciate you. A lot of rain and a lot of obstacles to get here, but thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
Okay, Children's Trust. I believe most of us may have heard of the Children's Trust. Talk to me about what's the origin, how was it funded, and are we unique in Miami-Dade County?
Yes, we are unique in Miami-Dade County. The Children's Trust is celebrating their 20th year of operation. We came into existence in 2002 through voter referendum. And our sole source of revenue is property taxes. And our goal is to serve the children and families of Miami-Dade County.
Would you say that the Children's Trust has benefited as properties have increased in value, properties have, there's more property, but also the need has increased as well?
Absolutely. Our current budget is in excess of $170 million.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started 20 years ago, it was about 58 million. However, although 170 million sounds like a lot of money, when you go to need, we could use 2 to 3 times that much money to serve the need in the county.
We talk about with the South Dade Chamber and our partners that cover everything south of Kendall. We know basically how roughly the population is about a quarter of the Miami-Dade County population.
Yes.
But Miami-Dade County is a big place. How many families are you helping? Not just individual kids, but how many families? Do you break it down that way, or?
Yes, it depends on which initiative is. We have various initiatives. Some target families, others target children, because the child is our target. And you have to have a qualifying child in order to be eligible to receive any services. But over the years, I would say we've helped 500,000 families in various initiatives. We have our after-school and summer camp programs. We have our Thrive by 5. We have our family and neighborhood support services for our families that are at the highest risk of not being able to succeed or survive in Miami-Dade County. Mm-hmm. So it just depends on what the need is.
Again, everyone that pays a tax has a stake in the success of the Children's Trust.
Yes, all children are our children.
What is the definition of children for the Children's Trust?
Children, we have 0 to 18
Okay.
for our neurotypical children, meaning those without a disability, and up to age 22 if you have a disability, because we do understand that targeted population may have a different set of needs and they may need more intense services.
Wonderful. The partners, who you partner with, not just, we're going to talk about businesses a little later, but the institutions in the community. Who are the other partners that you work with?
We try to partner with most community-based organizations that deliver services that are outlined in our strategic plan. We have major partners such as the universities, Miami-Dade County Public Schools, Miami-Dade County, and we're seeking to increase those partnerships in the private sector. And I am hoping that one of the outcomes of this interview is that we have a major employer who comes to the table and says, we're on board and we want to participate in this program.
Well, thank you. We accept the challenge, and we're going to do all we can to promote this and at least your message. Maybe not this, but the message, you know? When you talk about the institutions that we like partnering, I like that you mentioned the higher education partners, FIU, University of Miami, Nova, all the private. Is this an opportunity for folks to enhance their studies through that? I mean, how do you participate with the higher education?
For example, in our summer youth internship program, our two highest employers for the summer of '22 was Florida International University and Miami-Dade College. There's also an opportunity within this program for dual enrollment. So students that are enrolled in the SYIP can also receive college credit. Other services they provide are through our parenting programs, through our school-based health clinics. We have health clinics in, I think it's over 40 schools throughout Miami-Dade County, and we have a lot of partnerships with those organizations to provide that school-based health clinic.
We are unique in the state. The Children's Trust is unique in the state. So many times when you look for best practices, you guys are establishing the best practices, at least in Florida.
We're a leader. There are over 10, they're called Children's Services Councils
Okay.
through the state of Florida, and Miami-Dade County is one that has been in operation and existence for years. So oftentimes when the collective meets, there are opportunities for the Children's Trust to share their experience and knowledge in implementing the programs that they've done. I think the most recent one is in Escambia County. They started their first services this year, in fact, in January. So they're throughout the state, but again, it's by voter referendum.
Well, and just as a personal comment, we're getting used to hearing so much bad news about how people are just, the worst side of people. This is a case where the citizens of Miami-Dade County have decided time and again that this is a worthy project, that we do have a responsibility to take care of our kids, and we're going to tax ourselves. We're going to provide a stable funding base for this effort.
Absolutely, because in 2007, I do believe, the Children's Trust used to have to go before before the voters periodically. But in either 2007 or 2008, the voters made the decision for the Children's Trust to be in existence for perpetuity. We do not have to go to the voters anymore for permission to continue our operations. That is a positive signal. It is a testament to the work that the Children's Trust has done and continues to do.
And it allows you to do better planning.
Absolutely.
You can just plan because you know it's going to be there. Giving your partners security, and other partners like businesses for the summer youth internship program, for example, they know that, okay, we did it this year, we're going to do it again next year, and the following, and the following, and the following. So that was my very. I stumped my. It was a horrible segue. So that's what I was trying to do.
I think you did a good job, Richard.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, all right, we'll go with that. The summer youth internship program. Let's talk about that.
The summer youth internship program was, we're in our 8th year. It was started in 2016 by a agreement with Miami-Dade County. Former mayor and commissioner Xavier Suarez was a Children's Trust board member, and the county wanted to invest $750,000 in a summer youth internship program, and we were approached, and that is how we began. And here we are in year 8, $33 million later, still implementing the program, and it is phenomenal. Our budget when we started was $1.5 million. It is now at $5 million, and we are continually trying to grow.
Let's break this down a little bit. For the participating employers, what are their role and what are their responsibilities?
Their role is to offer a meaningful internship opportunity to a rising 10th, 11th, or 12th grader. That is what we want and what we require of them. They would, other things that they would have to do is have supervisory staff for the intern or interns to evaluate the interns and to evaluate the program. Each intern is assigned an instructional supervisor that they work with. And the commitment is to just hire the intern. We do pay the salary of $1,500, but there's also the option for employers that have the capabilities. They can offer to pay the $1,500 stipend to the intern. And this is very different from an employment program because the intern receives high school credit. They have the opportunity to dual enroll and receive college credit as well. And employers, one of the primary benefits to them that we seek is this is long term. We would prefer you to participate over multiple summers because you can create a pipeline and build your workforce. We have some very talented students in Miami-Dade County, and they need the opportunity to show their skills.
You said it's not an employment program, but for the student, it it fills a line on my what do you call it, my resume.
Yes.
I can point to your former employers. Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So yes, it feels
Yes.
like it.
We internally differentiate between internship and employment simply because this comes with college credit. It is paid in a stipend versus wages. And that is the difference between the internship and the employment program.
Behind the curtain. kind of
Behind the
stuff.
curtain, yes. That's the operational side.
Yeah, see, we're not interested in that. How does an employer hire the intern?
We have a website, miami.getmyinterns.org. Any employer that is registered to do business in the state of Florida is eligible to hire interns.
Say that again, please.
Miami.
No.
Oh,
Anybody who's eligible?
any employer that is registered in the state of Florida with the Department of Professional Regulation. If you have go to SunBiz, you're registered in SunBiz, you can register to be an employer.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have a law office with 50 attorneys. I can do that.
Absolutely.
I have a mom and pop shop. I've got one full-time employee and a half of another.
As long as you're registered business in the state of Florida, please sign up.
My business is processing claims.
We have that available too. We have students who would be interested.
I have a company that provides services for restaurants.
They're eligible as well.
Okay, I'm just trying to hit all the highs and the lows.
And we also, home-based businesses are eligible to participate, but they have to go through another pre-qualification process.
Home-based business. Let's define that really quickly. Home-based
So,
business. There's probably a lot more now.
Yes, a home-based business is a business that is defined as operating out of a residence.
Now that doesn't necessarily disqualify you, though.
No, it does not disqualify you. What it requires is another level of review. You apply, and Miami-Dade County Public Schools, who is the operator of the program, will conduct a site visit at the residence to determine if it is safe and if the business is eligible to participate. We have had many interns participate in home-based businesses in prior years. For example, there may be someone that owns several franchises, restaurant franchises, and they operate it out of their home.
Good example.
They are eligible to participate. Once that site visit is done, absolutely, because the safety and security of our students is paramount.
Hybrid.
Yes.
We didn't talk about this when we were prepping but it just occurred to me. So can I have a job or a business that I operate a lot of its Zoom calls and things like that? Can I hire an intern to work with me even though they're remote?
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up.
I've just had my moments.
Because during the pandemic, we were one of the few internship programs that went full force ahead and operated the program. That is due to the tenacity and ingenuity of Miami County Public Schools and the other partners in the collaborative. But we operated a full-fledged program. At that time, most of the positions were remote. So we have three options. You can be in person, it can be hybrid, or it can be remote.
Miami-Dade County, the not just the county, but all of the school board, we have our moments. We do a lot of things well. And that example you just gave, that somebody said, hey, this is happening in the workforce, let's get ahead of it. That just speaks just well of that person and of that office and of everybody in the line to just, yeah, let's accommodate that.
Absolutely.
So I interrupted you. The employer goes to the website.
Yes,
And-
miami.getmyinterns.org.
Okay. And what's on that website?
That is a website where employers register, and it has a dual function. The students also go to the website to select employers. This is very different because sometimes employers think, oh, if I get an intern, they're just going to send me somebody. No, that is not the case. Employers go register. Once they're approved to be an internship provider, they write a job description. This is key because remember, our target population are 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. So when you write your job description, it should be something that will be attractive to someone of that age. And you advertise your job, attach a title to it, and students that have met the requirements go in and select organizations that they want to work for. That employer is notified via email that, hey, somebody's selected to work in your organization, and you interview them. You have the right to offer them position or not.
I know you said this is not an employment program, it's an internship program, but it sounds and feels and acts like an employment program.
Yes.
In the way that you're describing it, the best interns and the best positions go quickly.
Yeah. The early bird does get the worm.
Okay. So hey, employer, you have an idea of the kind of the perfect fit for you. Get there early. And for the intern, you're helping them from the beginning. Do they have to write a resume of themselves or somehow pitch themselves to the employers?
Oh, absolutely. Prior to being eligible to participate in the internship, there is a pre-internship course that they must complete, comprised of about 14 or 15 modules: workplace behavior, email etiquette, how to communicate in the workplace. So they have to complete this coursework, and through our financial partner, which is EdFed, the credit union, they must open a bank account. Once those prerequisites are met, then they're eligible to go in and look for a job.
Okay. Does the program have a challenge in identifying potential interns, or the students sign up for the program as soon as it's
No,
announced?
we have 65 participating high schools, and for this year, we are so proud to announce this, that in our 8th year, we will be incorporating charter schools. Charter schools have historically not participated in the program. There were 47 schools that were eligible to participate. We did an extensive outreach campaign to see if they wanted to participate, and we will have 14 charter schools participating. So proud
Wonderful.
of
Wonderful.
that effort from the collaborative, particularly Miami-Dade County Public Schools.
Let's focus just a little bit on South Dade then. Can you tell me how many businesses have participated in the past from South Dade?
From South Dade, no, I can't tell you the businesses, but we've had about 400 interns.
Okay.
And we really need businesses in South Dade because sometimes transportation is a barrier for students that attend schools down south. And if we have numerous employers that are on the beach, in North Dade, in Central, if you don't have adequate transportation, or it's not in an area where public transportation is served well, you may not have the opportunity to participate. So the more employers that we have down south, it would help tremendously. And we are definitely seeking employers down south. And when I say down south, south of 152nd, down, particularly Homestead and Florida City.
Sure. Okay.
We really need employers down there.
And one of the things that we'd like to highlight is there is a strong entrepreneurial spirit down South Dade. So we just have to get those folks to lift their heads up from their work a little bit and see what's out there, and
Yes.
it could benefit
Yes.
them. Would you be able to point to, over the past 8 years, just a steady increase in both the number of interns and the number of businesses participating?
Absolutely. Last year we had 695 that participated. We started out with probably about 400 employers. We reached a peak in 2019 with 835 employers. And then, of course, the pandemic turned the entire world upside down. But we are now seeking to get that number back up to 800. And if we could get 50 from South Dade as a result of this podcast, that would be tremendous.
Okay, challenge accepted. Do you have been able to break down in as far as the type of industry that has lent itself more readily to the program, or is it a nice mix of everything?
It's a nice mix of everything, and the hospitality industry has been a primary partner.
Sure.
Major. They hire a lot of students, and Miami-Dade County Public Schools has various academies that focus on specific professions such as finance, law, hospitality, veterinary medicine, childcare. So each one of those academies, we target employers that employ those type of students. So that is another avenue that we can go. But for the most part, industry, I think our hospitality and again, our universities have been our number one employers. Universities are great employers because they have every type of position available.
Yeah, it's a little world in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. One of the things that I was hoping to get from you as we start getting close to the end, two things. One, the benefits of the program to an employer. Besides the getting an interested young person to work with them, and kind of what's the other added benefit, both altruistic and real?
We had an employer, it was a chiropractor based in Coral Gables, and post-pandemic, his business had fell off. You know, he wasn't getting as many patients as he normally had. And the summer youth intern designed a marketing campaign through social media in order to assist this chiropractor to increase his patients and referrals, and it was highly effective.
You're making that up.
No, I am not making that up. That can be statistically proven, and you can reach out to the chiropractor as well. We also had a group of interns that worked for McDonald's franchisee, and they also designed a campaign around French fries. They presented it to the franchisees, and the franchisees implemented the program.
No way. That's great.
EdFed, our Federal Credit Union, who was our financial partner, there was an intern, I think maybe 4 to 5 years ago, that actually designed a mobile app for them.
Really?
So yes, these are organizations where you may not have capabilities to hire. There are students with talents that can bring those talents to the table.
And that just seems almost too obvious, and I'm generalizing. I mean, anybody younger than me, I assume, knows how to do those type of things. But that could be the case, and exactly as you said, especially the small businesses, they don't have the bandwidth or, frankly, the time to try to expand into those directions.
Absolutely, and a summer youth intern can fill that role. And when you write your job description, that's where you include it. It's the opportunity for them to do X, Y, and Z. That is attracted to them. Oh, I want to do that.
Do you offer assistance? Do you offer assistance to those businesses to help them write a good job description?
Absolutely. We have a helpline. Miami-Dade County Public Schools operates a helpline. Normally calls are returned within 24 hours. You call the helpline, that's fine. And we also tell employers, if you put a job description in and you get no hits, you may want to go back and rewrite your job description.
Just like an employment thing, whatever.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so here's the other part that I wanted to for you to be prepared for. I would like, and I'm going to change it a little bit. I'd like a few success stories of interns who had an experience and went on to do something related, or just a nice story there. But then also, like you just alluded to, a success story for an employer. If you have one of each, would be nice.
Oh, absolutely. We have a Google engineer.
No.
Yes, I got it started out as a summer youth intern. And one of the objections that they had to overcome was their parent was reluctant to let them participate in the program. He got a job in IT, continued to work in the summer youth internship. One of the benefits of it was he then learned the appropriate coursework that he needed to take in order to be able to further pursue being a software engineer. So his schooling changed as a result, his coursework. He was able, when he went to college, he was fully prepared, and Google supported him throughout the process. And he is now a software engineer at Google and was a keynote presenter at a NAF conference the prior year.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And employers, which success story should I pick? It's so many.
Well, the chiropractor is a good one.
Yeah. Red Rooster, the restaurant in Overtown.
Yeah.
They have a vertical garden in the back of their restaurant, whereby they grow their fresh produce, herbs for the restaurant. We had 6 students that were placed there, and as a result of them working with Red Rooster and the work that they've done, 4-H identified them to be able to go to Washington and participate in 4-H on a national level. So Red Rooster is now able to continue their vertical gardening at a substantially reduced cost because we pay the wages. But not only that, they received exposure on a national level from their affiliation with the Summer Youth Internship Program as well as 4-H.
That sounds so made up. It's wonderful. It is wonderful. We've got so much skill and so much talent in Dade County, both from the spirit of wanting to work and then the creativity that you're highlighting. This is just another way to help identify and for those folks to express themselves in that way. A few loose ends then. Eligible businesses, but also government offices are eligible. Everyone's okay.
Yes.
And how long? When does the summer internship begin? When does it end?
It's a 5-week program. It begins July 3rd. It ends August the 5th. The interns are paid twice. And I am proud to state that we have an electronic process. Very few of our processes are paper-based. So everything is electronic, timesheets, everything is electronic. And it's so important that we allow students to participate in the program and be exposed, because you cannot become what you cannot see. And that is so important. It has the ability to change the trajectory of a child's life by participating in this program.
I can't think of a better way to end. Ms. Esters, it's a pleasure to meet you. The challenge then is for... Oh,
I have one more thing.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
No.
We are having an employer, our kickoff is April 26th at Miami-Dade College Padrone campus. It is from 9 to 10 a.m. We encourage employers, if you have time in your schedule, come participate, join us, April 26th. We would love to have you there. Opportunity to learn more about the program and to meet the leadership of the respective funders.
For more information, let's keep it simple. Where can an employer go to get the information about the internship and about the kickoff?
More information, miami.getmyinterns.org.
And if they don't remember that, they can go to the Children's Trust?
Yes, they can go to CTE internships, and we also have the hotline 305-693-3005.
I don't know if Alex can put that on the bottom of the screen real quick for more information. 305
693
693.
3005. And I am Garnet Esters at the Children's Trust. You can always call me, and I'll be more than happy to guide you through the process.
And the challenge is for all employers, all business owners, large or small. We were very careful to whittle down to if you are listed with the state, you are eligible to hire an intern. Give an intern a wonderful job experience, a life experience, and you at the same time, it gives you the opportunity to participate in the community in a very, very important role. Are you scrolling that on the bottom there, Alex, real quick? The phone number? Yes, please, one more time. This is really important, guys. The Summer Youth Internship Program is a success story that has been spearheaded by our community, and you are part of this already, whether you know it or not. And I think we all should invest ourselves to try to give these children, these kids, a head start. Give them an opportunity to find out what it's like to really work in a work environment, what it's like to produce something, what it's like for people to depend on them. And those are the kind of things that when you're a kid, you don't get that opportunity that often. So please give Ms. Garnet a call. Check out the Children's Trust. Find the MiamiGetMyInterns.com or call the South Dade Chamber of Commerce. We will have that information for you. From the South Dade Chamber of Commerce, from Ms. Esters, thank you once again.
Thank you.
My name is Richard Candia. Thank you for your time.